Hey yo, salute to all my subscribers, and a special shout out to everybody else passing through. YouTube, what's good? Alright, so I'm back again with another video in the 50 video campaign. 50 secrets it's okay to keep from your partner. I believe we are on number 11 right now, if I'm not mistaken. So what I want to do is get into this next secret that it's okay to keep from your partner. It says, in some ways, your ex was better. So if your ex is better than your current partner, is that something that you should mention to your partner, or is that something that you should keep to yourself? So the article says, people break up for lots of reasons, and despite not wanting to be with your ex anymore, there might be things you like better about them. Their looks, their skills, their family. However, your current partner is not the person you should be telling about those things. It can breed insecurity and jealousy in your relationship. Now, this is another one of those. Actually, this might be the first thing on this article so far that I've seen that I probably agree with. Now, I'm speaking from first person experience. I actually struggled with this for years early on in my early adulthood. You know, I'm a person who, let me start over. We all compare everything in our lives to other things in our lives. It's just human nature. It's just a natural part of being a human being. Life is about comparison. It's compare and contrast. That's what it is. You know, if you go to the nail salon one week, the person who normally does your nails is not there, or if you go to a different nail salon than what you usually go to because for some reason you couldn't make it to your normal nail salon, or you might be out of town, so you try a different nail salon because you couldn't go before you left town, and the way they do your nails, it's not as good as you usually would get them done, or it's better than what it usually would be. Then when you go back to your normal nail salon the next week, you're going to notice those different things. You may or may not mention it to the people who are there doing your nails at that establishment. You probably won't unless there's a real issue, but in your mind, you know that there's a difference, and you may even mention it to your partner. You may mention it to other friends of yours. And same thing with men and barbershops. You know, it's with men in barbershops, it's a very religious practice not to jump from barber to barber, because every barber has different styles, every barber has different techniques that they use, and then you just get that comfort level and that rapport over time with, you know, your barber. So if you go to the barbershop and your barber's on vacation, but you have to get your hair cut or your lineup that week, and you can't wait, you're going to notice differences. You may not mention them to that substitute barber. You may mention it when your barber gets back, like, yo, last week I had to go to this dude over here and he fucked my shit up. So that's just life. You know what I'm saying? Compare and contrast is what you do naturally. It's human nature. As a practice and common courtesy or being polite, you may not say anything to the person that you feel like is not up to par. And I think that should carry over in relationships as well. Now, me, you know, that was always a struggle of mine. You know, if I was with a partner who did something particularly well, I had a habit in the past of kind of making the next partner aware of that. Or, you know, if there were certain situations where I became upset, I would mention certain things that would, you know, I guess have to do with what my last partner did better that I feel my current partner doesn't do well. And yes, it definitely does cause strife and it does cause issues. You know, life's a learning process. You live and you learn. And I have no problem mentioning that here on this platform because, again, this platform is here for us all to be honest with each other. This platform is here for us to bring all of the bullshit, the mistakes that we made, the things that we've learned to make relationships better for all of us. That's what this platform is here for. So I don't feel ashamed or have any issue coming clean and being honest about that. You know, it's something that I've struggled with, and I think it's something that other people struggle with as well. What I would say is, you can't help the comparing and contrasting part. That's human nature. A lot of times it's going to happen subconsciously. What I will say is, and there's really no way to know ahead of time. This is something that is experienced in real time. What I noticed that, a lot of people do is jump from relationship to relationship. You get out of a relationship, you're cool, and then you meet somebody, and then you're right back into that next process. And I think it's not even always about somebody being better than the next person or the last person, because everybody does things differently. You might have preferences that might be geared more favorably towards somebody you spent more time with, as opposed to a new partner that you're currently getting used to, and that's fine too. I think the best way to combat that is, and I mentioned this in my second book, Relationship Etiquette, spend more time in between relationships. Take that personal and emotional inventory of the baggage that you're bringing out of that relationship. Try to process that and inventory that, and get back to a place where you are you, so that when you go into your new relationship, you do that with a truly clean slate. Because I think that creates a lot of the issues that I've noticed here in this article is not necessarily, especially with this one, not necessarily that you think your previous partner was better than your current partner or the partner before the previous one. It's more so about comfort levels, familiarity. You get used to certain people, and it just becomes hard to get used to a new person, a new process, a new way of doing things. And I'm sure, that over the years, different partners that I've had in the different long-term relationships that I've been in, I'm sure that in the earlier stages, there were things that my partners may have favored more, in regards to their exes. And then I'm sure once I left that scenario, it was the same experience all over again with the next person. Because you just get used to people, you know what I'm saying? We as human beings, we look for a way to build connections. It's a human need. It's part of survival. It's part of what is built into our DNA. And once we develop those connections and we build that familiarity, it's hard to break that. And a lot of us do it cold turkey, and a lot of us do it without taking that time to inventory. So I do agree with this one in this bullshit article. 50 secrets it's okay to keep from your partner. Yes, I would say definitely don't mention this one. Take it from the mistakes that I've made. And there are creative ways. If you feel like it's certain things that are just not negotiable, certain things that need to be addressed, you can find ways to address them without mentioning what the last person did or didn't do. And it's not even because it's wrong to do. It's not wrong. But like one of my commenters mentioned about one of the previous points in this article, one of the previous of the 50 secrets is that sometimes you just cause issues. And it's because most people don't know how to handle a person's true thoughts and true feelings. This is one that I would say, yeah, probably keep it to yourself. Take it from me, learn from my mistakes. I don't pretend to know everything. I just know what I know. Let me know what y'all think about this one, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace and love.